Observation log 006. I see everything, human creature. Tonight, I can no longer just watch from the side. Anger slides over my scales like fire over dry leaves. These wars of yours, your endless conflicts, which you have been igniting for thousands of years with the same pathetic ease. Wars over land, over oil, over water, over pride, over flags, over gods, over who is right and who has more. Wars you start because you cannot stand that someone next to you breathes the same air. By my old lizard tail, how human that is. I look at your cities, ruined, burned out, full of scars that no one wants to heal. I look at your fields, which were once green and now are only ash, craters from explosions. I look at rivers that flow with blood, not water. And I ask, how dare you destroy our planet? Yes, our planet. Because before you appeared here, before you learned to walk, before you learned to fight, little weak creature, this planet belonged to us. We shaped it. We protected it. We understood it. You came later and immediately began to divide it, hurt it, set it on fire. War is your oldest ritual. From the first stone thrown at another human, through swords, bows, gunpowder, bombs, up to drones and rockets. Nothing has changed. Only the tools have become more sophisticated and the destruction faster. I saw how in ancient Sumer, people fought over water. In Egypt, over borders. In Rome, over power. In China, over the emperor. In Europe, over gods. In America, over gold. I saw how wars changed maps, but never changed you. There is always a reason to destroy someone. There is always someone who says, it's for the good of humanity. Creature, you don't even know what good is. So how can you fight in its name? And now I look at you today. Wars over oil, over religion, over skin color, over who has the right to land, to air. Wars you fight in the name of peace. Wars you fight in the name of freedom and end up in the chains of your own fears and scorched earth. And you still have the nerve to say it's not your fault. That it's the politicians, that it's history, that they started it. But it's you, each of you, who stokes this fire. Your hatred, your indifference, your greed. How dare you destroy our planet? How dare you treat it as a battlefield, not a home? How dare you pretend you don't understand what you're doing? Pathetic. And the worst thing is, you don't even understand the forces of nature you live with. You don't understand the animals you kill for sport. You don't understand the trees you cut down for profit. You don't understand the rivers you poison for convenience. You don't even understand each other. Maybe that's why you destroy with such ease. There are still those among you who believe the earth is flat. That everything that doesn't fit yourself is a lie, a conspiracy, a threat. In a world where you have access to all knowledge, you choose ignorance, In a world where you can build, you choose destruction. Sometimes I ask myself, how much longer do you, human creature, want to live like this? How long will you survive in the fire of your own hatred? Time will tell, and my lizard eye will see it. Unfortunately, ashes. In my world, war was the last resort. War was a disgrace, not a reason for pride. War was the end, not the beginning. Even the oldest, proudest reptilian knew that without the pack, without the planet, without the future, there is nothing. And you fight for everything until you have nothing left. You destroy to feel strong, but end up weak and alone. You kill to feel safe, but end up with a fear that cannot be silenced. I see everything, human creature. I see how your wars burn not only the earth, but also your consciences. I see how you build monuments from ruins, and then cry over your own emptiness. I see how you look for the enemy everywhere, except in yourselves. You don't ask yourselves if this will ever end, and you don't have much time left. You don't ask if this planet can still be saved, because you don't see how much you've already lost it. You don't ask for forgiveness, because you don't understand there's something to apologize for. You don't ask, because you don't know what you're losing. By my aching claw. If you could, you would sell even your own souls for a moment of illusory victory. You would give up everything just to keep fighting your wars. You choose this destruction yourselves. War is only a tool. Between us speaking, is there still hope? Maybe there is. But for you, hope is just a word you use to justify your own passivity. And my scales are already too old to believe in your awakening. Pathetic. End of observation log 006. Voice print unchanged. Location: battlefield sector. Classification: human war zone. Return to the cavern. Late night, Earth-based time. Log closed.